Check this out. Artificial hearts, robotic clothing, world's largest microchip, and more. The Time published a list of the best inventions of 2024, and we took the liberty of cosplaying the magazine and are now publishing our own list of 25 incredible gizmos that'll completely reorganize your life. Let's get it. Riddle me this, folks. No chambers, no valves, but the blood is still pumping. Why, it's BiVacor's mechanical heart. At least 3 patients in the US are now proud customers of the company. BiVacor invented their unique pump design with just one moving part, a double-sided rotor on a magnetic suspension. And that's how you create a metal heart. It consists of a single part, is frictionless, and doesn't fatigue. At the same time, it does the job well even in adult males during workouts. However, right now BiVacor is used only temporarily, while patients with heart failure are waiting for an organ donor. But it works, and the developers hope to finalize and prove the possibility of using their mechanical heart as a full-fledged replacement for the real one. So with a chip in the brain and a piece of iron in the chest, Altered Carbon is destined for Season 3, but in reality. Talking about chips, Sam Altman can't stop, won't stop with advanced AI already. He talks about it like the second coming of Christ, or the Antichrist for that matter. Everything's already in place for it, he says, we just need more calculations. And Cerebras Systems is proposing to use its world's largest microchip to solve for AGI. The wafer scale Engine 3 is the size of a dinner plate and includes both memory and logic. It's record fast and can train models 10 times larger than GPT-4. And its silicon wafer houses 4 trillion transistors. Move over, NVIDIA. This is the real deal right here. Universal AI may be closer than we think, and if it doesn't consider us dust in the wind, then it could potentially do a lot of good. Is it possible to invent cures for all diseases? In 2022, Google DeepMind's AlphaFold 2 learned to predict the structure of almost every known protein. This year, AlphaFold 3 was able to predict how proteins interact with our DNA and other molecules. Artificial intelligence presents everything in the form of animations, helping us understand, among other things, how our immune system works and how it interacts with viruses, such as the recent big bad bat one. This should speed up research and drug discovery. On the other hand, this tech could quote-unquote discover new viruses. But then, if we get locked up at home again and survive, some other AI will help us cope with stress and loneliness. Sigh. Introducing the Riz AI. It uses a specially trained version of GPT that'll teach you how to chat with people you like. This technology works by analyzing your conversations. That is, chat anywhere, take a screenshot, shoot it to Riz. It'll tell you how to start or maintain a conversation, how to answer difficult questions, even alert you when it's time to set up a meeting or where you can offer to go to a particular person. Sounds like every introvert's dream come true. The next AI of the year, according to the Time magazine, was the Runway Gen 3 Alpha. It's capable of creating 10-second video clips on cue from text, image, or another video. The AI, which has independently learned 3D dynamics, creates near photorealistic results and is constantly evolving. The model recently got a new Act 1 feature to create subtle facial expressions and keep characters consistent in animation. So now, using actors to capture their facial movement isn't all that necessary. Models like this are changing the world of movies and animation. Developers say that artists now have more tools, but are silent about the fact that actors now have less and less work. By the way, Hollywood stars look at the use of their digital copies and avatars really differently. So Brad Pitt is not at all against this approach, and Robert Downey Jr. has already instructed his lawyers to pursue any movie company that will try to revive him in the movies even after 100 years. And this invention isn't for entertainment, it's for work. Brillion Ultra Reality is a desktop monitor that projects a 122-inch image, providing a 110-degree field of view. It's like being in virtual reality, only without the gadgets on your head that might give you a slight headache. This powerful computing system is capable of changing the optical depth of an image and realigning the angle of light across each pixel. And all that in 4K, just like IMAX. The company claims to have made over $2 million in sales, mostly in defense and car industries. Would you want a work monitor like this for yourself? Zoom calls are going to be spectacular, as if you were sitting at the same table with your boss. And to always look good there, the next gadget will come in handy. This is the Luum Precision Eyelash Extension Robot. Yes, technology is infiltrating the beauty industry in a big way. The robot uses machine learning and soft, safe tools to do in half an hour what it takes a real person like half a day. The machine has already performed 160,000 jobs, and I wonder how many of those were 5D. But if beauty treatments is not your cup of joe, then this next invention on the Time magazine list will definitely cause a ruckus. The Segway Go-Kart Pro 2 is 3 products in one. You can race it around the track and then take it home and connect it to your game console or PC. And there you have the coolest gadget for racing simulators. Additional speakers generate the roar of the engines, and haptic feedback lets you feel the realistic shaking of the car on the track. But that's not all. Detach the motor and rear wheel and you've got the self-balancing scooter on which Segway built its brand. Now that's a transformer. What could be more valuable than your own health? Withings BMO gadget developers seem to have been asking the same question. 4 BMO sensors get you a quick checkup if you suddenly feel unwell or resemble Melman from Madagascar. Withings BMO makes sure you stay under 100 Fahrenheit or 38 centigrade, listens to your lungs, scans your heart, and even checks your blood oxygen levels. Basically, everything you need to know to reassure yourself, or on the contrary, urgently go to the doctor. In the unfortunate case you're an even bigger hypochondriac than that, there's other gadgets. Stay tuned. Toy Lab's Trulu Artificial Intelligence Toilet Seat. Fortunately, it's not equipped with GPT and will not talk to you during the process. Instead, the gadget optically scans your stool and urine for alarming changes. Trulu is already in use in more than 50 nursing homes, sending alerts to staff at these facilities. But the developers are already planning to release the app for home use. In doing so, without too much modesty, they compare their gadget to a team of doctors who can look into your toilet bowl every day. Moving on, this robot looks like an ordinary robotic lawnmower. So why is it on here? Well, it's all about the fact that the Momotion Luba 2 all-wheel drive doesn't have any boundary wires. You can finally just let it out and it will build its own map, bypass obstacles, and do what a lawnmower does. All thanks to the use of GPS, cameras, ultrasonic radar, and 3D vision. Want to have a neat lawn? Then get everything. Want Luba to crop out hello in Times New Roman? You got it. That's how robots should work, so that humans don't have to worry about anything at all. Don't you agree? Your imagination can take you anywhere with Luba. What thoughts do you have when you see a treadmill for wheelchair users? It seems strange, but it's not. In fact, many people who have lost the ability to walk have not lost their taste for exercise at all. And Kangster's Wheelie X allows you not just to overcome racetracks at home, but also to strengthen your arm muscles, coordination, and ability to control the stroller. And Kangster's Wheelie X allows you not just to overcome racetracks at home, but also to strengthen your arm muscles, coordination, and ability to control whatever it is you need. And also do sit-in yoga. All this with the support of a fitness trainer app. This thingamajig was developed by John Cho, whose father was paralyzed from the waist down. Cho says that thanks to Wheelie X, his father is now strong enough to climb a steep hill and move from chair to his bed without assistance. Incidentally, the system was introduced at the 2024 Paralympic Games. Apple is also trying to muscle into healthcare. The company said that AirPods Pro 2 can now also be used as hearing aids. The FDA has already approved a software update that allows clinical hearing tests to be performed on the iPhones. And if the test determines that you have mild to moderate hearing loss, the same software coupled with the Apple Health app will allow you to adjust the level of sound amplification in the AirPods. It looks viable and not as cringeworthy as Apple's earlier idea to teach its headphones to read users' thoughts from brain signals. Why was that idea questionable? Primarily because of doubts about the accuracy of capturing the signals and the very big data privacy issue. Here's a conundrum for you. Robotic clothing. Arc'teryx Equipment and Skip, an offshoot of Google X's labs, have teamed up to create MoGo. These are comfortable hiking pants that feature lightweight electric motors on the knees. The system is attached to carbon fiber structures that snap onto 4 adjustable carbon fiber cuffs inside the pants. All mechanics can be removed for washing, and basically it's a battery-powered exoskeleton that will allow you to hike farther up in the mountains and be less tired. Like 40% less, or so they say. And you'll also feel unusually light when climbing, as if you dropped quite a few pounds or kilos. Users say it feels divine. What do you think of this? Let us know in the comments. And by the way, a lot of people think that they know how to use AI. For example, ChatGPT. Piece of cake, right? Well, in reality, we don't even use 10% of their capabilities because we don't know how to. That's why AI startup Typeface has released a ready-made tool for marketers called the Arc. It doesn't just generate a single blog post or an email. It uses a variety of large language models to help organize entire ad campaigns. You just have to share your goals with the Arc and it will generate content for email, text messages, and other segments based on customer data after analyzing all your old campaigns. Of course, it will help marketers, but we, regular users, may face an even bigger wave of telemarketers. God help us. Now this is a real breakthrough for the benefit of mankind. Vertex Pharmaceuticals and CRISPR Therapeutics Casgevy proved their advanced gene therapy is 93.5% effective in controlling pain crises and sickle cell anemia. Only $1.50 shy from 5% significance, you statisticians. Scientists identified what might affect pain crises, edited patients' hematopoietic stem cells outside their bodies, and planted them back in. It worked, and that's just the beginning. The possibilities of CRISPR gene editing are much broader. Like this video if you want to learn more about this miracle piece of tech. And this invention is available to everyone right now. The Magic AI Mirror is a designer mirror with AI that can replace a personal trainer. Using computer vision, the gadget will compile a personalized program from its database of 400 exercises and narrate it to you with one of 25 celebrity avatars as a trainer. What's more, Magic AI Mirror will track your exercise technique and correct it for perfect form. It will also give you lots of useful tips. Brings me back to the Future, just like this next invention. Advanced vision like in sci-fi movies. That's what Amplio from Unify Medical is all about. These digital lenses basically let you wear a microscope on your eyes. It wouldn't be the 21st century if it didn't also let you record video. But even that's not enough. Unify has received millions of dollars from the US government to implement additional features. For example, night vision or fluorescence imaging that tells surgeons where to chop. Here's a rhetorical one. When we got calculators, we forgot how to count. When we got GPS, we forgot streets. Wouldn't surgeons lose their skills if they were told where to cut? especially since there are more and more robots that perform operations themselves. For example, Simani Surgical Systems microsurgery robot. In April of this year, it became the first robot of this class to receive FDA approval. The system can not only operate but also does it with incredible accuracy, as it can compensate for even the natural shaking of the human body. But the most interesting thing is that soon the robot will receive its package of artificial intelligence, which will allow it to independently perform standard elements of surgery, such as stitching arteries after incisions. By the way, in Europe, Simani has already performed over 1,000 surgeries. What do you dream of after a hard day's work? A quality, relaxing massage, perhaps. Now, it can be performed by a robot, but not a simple one. This little guy, Escape. These robotic arms know exactly what they're doing. Thanks to machine learning and features such as full body scanning, the robot is able to create an individualized massage plan for each patient. What's more, if you want to change something, the robot can be customized via the touchscreen display. The amount of pressure, focus on a certain area, background music, anything and everything can be changed with Escape. The hardest working robot in 2024 is Digit from Agility Robotics. Of course, we're talking about the segment of humanoid robots here, not industrial robots that have been toiling away in factories for decades. But among the humanoid ones, Digit became the first robot to get paid for its work, laboring in the warehouses of companies like GXO and Amazon. Interesting fact, the break-even point of the robot is now 2 years of factory work. But the best humanoid robot, according to the Time magazine, was Figure 02. Since its inception, much of the media has praised Brad Adcock's endeavor and remains loyal to this day. Major investors such as OpenAI, Microsoft, and Nvidia have decided to bet on Figure. This year, the robot was tested at a BMW plant in South Carolina, where it stacked parts on an assembly line. The company doesn't share details about the robot's development or features, so why exactly is the Figure 02 the best robot of the year? Why not Optimus from Tesla or New Atlas from Boston Dynamics? Apparently, Time experts are confused by Musk's controversial reputation and Boston Dynamics' famous commitment to science over commerce. But personally, we're voting for the Atlas robot for 3 reasons at once. The first is that the company has already brought to market a sophisticated robotic commercial product, the Spot robot, and that experience is invaluable. The second is that the company recently teamed up with the Toyota Research Institute to teach the robot to quickly learn a variety of tasks. And the third is that Boston Dynamics is simply a legend. And if it does something, you can be certain of the quality of the product. But that's just our 2 cents. What do you guys think? Which robot do you think is the best this year? Guess what Hero MotoCorp spent 4 years working on? One of the biggest two-wheeler manufacturers in the world, with registered 40 design patents, made this. Meet Surge S32, a transformer. During traffic jams, it's a motorcycle, and the rest of the time, a practical mini truck on 3 wheels. Developers claim that people call their work Batmobile, maybe if Batman was broke, but an interesting concept nevertheless. And here's what you get if the design of a motorhome is handled by someone who worked on the latest generations of iPhones at Apple, as well as drones at Zoox and Cruise. The Pebble Flow, designed by Brigham Young, is a sleek, all-electric, semi-autonomous traveler trailer. Inside, you'll find a modern Scandinavian design with an electric stove, a full-size fridge, and a bathtub for people with a voyeur fetish, since the walls become transparent to enjoy the scenery. By the way, developers claim that the Pebble Flow's 45 kilowatt-hour battery stores 3.5 times more energy than the Tesla Powerwall. This, among other things, allows you to recharge gadgets such as an iPad that lets the driver control a bunch of things inside, including docking and stabilization. A real dream for those who love freedom. There's obviously more, but we're out of time, so let us know in the comments which gadget impressed you the most. Like our videos and check out our Instagram for more from the world of high tech. All links in the description.